god, look at that. October the 2nd. Jesus Christ. Well, the problem is I can't really look at the dates because they're hidden behind there. The next day. Good tidings. I believe I am planting seeds germinating in those miscreants. I love her. I love her look, by the way. Like, like, the art style in this game is absolutely snapping. In time, I will turn even Yumami's own students against her. I'll take great pleasure in seeing her downfall as well. Next few days, technically. But I spent those days doing the same thing. Teaching. I learned that this wasn't necessarily a normal school in my time here. Well, normal as far as circumstances could allow. It was specifically a school merging outside world education with magic. Now, I have no experience with the former, but when it comes to magic, I think of myself as being well above average. Yeah, the PC 98. Things did get tense from time to time. Are you just dense or was your brain replaced with wool during the birth? We've put that behind us since then. You sicken me the way you treat the forest you live in. That one too. Aren't you? I like to think I led a lot of growing as a person. The students kept attending for the most part, which was a surprise. Professor Okazaki was apparently equally eccentric as I was. Part of it convinced people I was a real substitute, which only made it more odd that the real one never showed up. If there even ever was one. Umbrella laser goes brrr, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The care of flowers should not only be ensure their appearance, but to ensure they are fulfilled. To prolong the life, to let it bloom and to thrive. To not allow harm to come to it. I had neglected to look into the destruction of the field that precipitated my arrival here. And for what reason should I have? It was obvious who was out to fault. Don't make umbrella like they used to. Yeah. Who would have made her umbrella? Like, no, because this is before Touhou 6. But that was before Touhou 6, so like, it wouldn't be Remelia. Like, the Touhou franchise has got a lot. Like, so surprised he doesn't use it in Touhou 9. Like, yeah, like the Touhou franchise has a lot of fucking powerful umbrellas. Give me the kappa who fucking made Yuuka's damn parasol. I mean umbrella. And like Remelia also has one. Like shit. Who made them? What fabric do they use? And for what reason should I have? It was obvious who was at fault. Perhaps I should have looked into it. Any questions, class? Few hands went up. 2 minutes to get all of them, and time left. Though notably one of the hands belonged to Reimu, another to Marisa. Who does Yuuka answer a question from? One of the normal students, well, you had quite a normal answer, but I think we're going to go Reimu. Yes, Miss Hakurei? Would you say that what we're doing, trying to connect with the flowers, is like, what, say a priestess with a god? While I wouldn't say it's the exact same, there are definite parallels. What about gods of nature, of seasons, of flowers? Is what we're doing talking to the flower or to the god that might represent them? That's a matter of demarcation. Now I have my own opinion on this, but let me walk you through the reasoning. Soon, however, exams will come. Now I'm talking about their midterm exams, the halfway mark. No, it's not as dramatic as a climax as final exams, but who would allow an untrained substitute that late into the semester to dictate the class? Especially one who has no idea what they're learning or even what subject she's taking over for? Professor Okazaki would allow such an untrained substitute, that's who. The final exams would come soon, and I was entirely unprepared. The final exams were to be a presentation of your best magic, whether it be most perfected, most flashy, most personal, most elegant. You say you wanted to ask me something? That's right. So you see... Oh god, what the fuck? Please, just stop talking. Okay. Now what? Now what? Now, what do you want me to do? If it means a good grade, I'll do anything. Well, first off, you're still talking, and second, I'll need you to turn around, face the door. Sure, done. Then walk outside and leave. Come back tomorrow. Got it, I'll do my best. And that's why you're my favorite student. She left soon after. Having trouble with the kids? Miss, I still don't believe I've gotten your name. That's because I haven't given it. And yes, I didn't expect consultations. I'd have thought the buggers, given how happy they are when class ends, wouldn't want more. Well, I'm sure they feel they need any advantage they can get this late into the semester. Has taking over Professor Okazaki's magic magic physics class caused any issues? Magic what? I mean, no, absolutely no issues. I soon realized an issue. Oh, we've been given the wrong class. Class, given your final exams in 2 days, I've come to a decision. What does yuuka propose? Let's just go with student teach students. Class, I'll be opening up student tutoring regarding magic physics. It was weird we suddenly started doing magic autonomy. I took it in stride, it's the easiest shit in comparison. We changed teachers? No, you have to notice Professor Okazaki had bright red from hair. God, I can... To be fair, I thought you could have just dyed her hair. Are we clear on this? A familiar hand went up. Yes. May I volunteer my... You should be the one tutoring. You actually like this class. Right. Because you only let Professor Okazaki to swap your hair. I'm not gonna read all that. Can we... Oh my god. How much auto text is gonna... Wow, I've really imparted my values onto this class, haven't I? That, for better or for worse, you have. Worse, definitely worse. That's about the same as how they'd react in school in a human village. But those are kindergartners. Exactly. Reimu pointed to the class, arguments in various small pockets melding into cacophony of voices. Kindergartners. Glad you all see it my way. Let's take this outside if we're actually going to talk. I'm getting a headache from listening to this. So? What do you mean, so? Weren't you the one, Alice, that said I had to interact with humans more? I've been doing exactly that, and see how it ended up? Chaos and rage directed at one another, treating each other like how they treat the rest of nature providence. I simply let them be as they are. I can't... You know what, Yuuka? I'm not even gonna try to argue with you. You've determined you're right, and that's all that matters to you. Not the students, not me, and certainly most of all, not the flowers you act like you're the sole representative for. I quite literally am a flower yokai. Not from the beginning, you just took it up as another face for yourself. You don't seem to think of this as it different from playing with your food. And frankly, I'm done trying to work with you on this. Is that some kind of middling threat? I'm genuinely confused here. It is the opposite of one. You're not my concern anymore. Oh, for your mother's sake, Alice, you know fully well what they've done. The thousands of lives beneath their feet taken carelessly, thoughtlessly. You don't know that. Is each person here personally responsible? We haven't had any activities, school events, or learning materials that would imply the students are taught to do such things. Why do you keep taking your anger out on whoever within arm's length? Should we really be here? I say we stick to the sidelines for now. You keep telling me to be mindful, to be considerate. Why, when so few will give the plants, give me the same chance? It's hypocrisy to demand of me such much when you don't speak the same way to those children. I speak that way to you, Yuuka, because you're my friend. I'm not sure what response she was looking for, but Alice sighed deeply then. To a degree I did, and still do understand what she meant, what she was getting at. Stubborn as we could both be. I suppose it's not our problem if the students don't pass their class. Only if it turns out into trouble for the rest of Gensokyo. And you did kind of start shouting match back there. That noise disturbance at a minimum. Humans could do well to be quieter. Well, let's try and contain this before it erupts into something worse. Would you all happen to be familiar with the magic physics that was previously taught? Well, I know magic and I know physics. It's just combining the two, no? Skilled as a practitioner you are, you're hardly a theoretician. When it comes to magic, let alone physics, Marisa, do you even know Newton's three principles? Drop a ball from a tower, it falls. Shoot someone with a spell card and they fall. Same thing, right? That's Galileo and not Newton. Those aren't even 3 laws. I thought Newton invented gravity. Do you actively try to be an idiot, Marisa? I don't have to try. Skills just come naturally to me. This is going nowhere. You're clearly more interested you're clearly more invested in these students' education than your attitude lets on. If you care about your exam, then do you have a plan? A next step? Marisa is based for that, yeah. Truly based. Yes, I just need to ensure certain people are convinced the exam is unnecessary or that they would rather not go at all. I said what I said. The students are just going to have to teach to each other. Besides, didn't they have the entire semester to learn this? Surely they know something about the topic they've taken up thus far. Students wouldn't be unprepared for an upcoming exam, would they? No, surely not. They also would not procrastinate on their studies even if under a substitute teacher. Oh boy, this is speaking to me right now because I have an exam tomorrow. Operating systems, let's go. I'm glad we've got our thumbs to the beating heart of the students, Alice. Knowing that, it's probably best to assign them to each other than to leave them to their own devices. Yikes, yeah. I'm deeply uncomfortable with you saying that you're holding the student's beating heart. I got chills from that image. Oh, probably someone already made that. Search it up, Google. The students took it. Well, we were correct that they have been prepared throughout the semester. And by that we mean they crammed like their lives depended on it. A sentiment that must be familiar to you all. The day fast approached and I had my own preparations to do. Seeing them work hard, with the addition of extreme pressure, meant I felt a bit generous. If I took a little bit of convincing, but let me complete our presentation and judge me how you will, I did what I did. She burned the school down. I need to talk to the other teachers. Where does Yuki go? I'm almost jealous. Of what, having Yuuka as a teacher or burning your school down? No one here. We seem to be running into each other a lot. It's a school and we both go to the same classroom. Not sure we could avoid each other if we tried. I'm sure you'd manage. How was the lecture today? Good. I think I got some clarifications into what exactly we're learning. And what are you learning exactly? Not quite what you think we are. Huh? What about poor Marisa though? She had her own question. Knowing her would be inane, besides, I'm rather outnumbered, you must understand. Would you think cutting a few down to sides could help with that? Don't go for Marisa, she needs the blood to live. And you don't? I'll borrow some from Marisa. Oh, both. I don't suppose this yokai count for that then. I'm sure a little pain can't hurt. It most assuredly can and does, and bisecting a person into 2 isn't a little. Not for the most. You're not going to ask about the exams? I'm choosing to trust you on this. For now. Thank you, Reimu. No problem. Hey, and I wanted to ask you, if you saw Yuumi's office? I know of it, if that's what you were asking. I think there's something important inside. Marisa says we shouldn't try and brute force in, and I'm inclined to agree. Seems perfectly in character for you and me to have put some measures that'll inevitably bite us in the ass if we try to break in. Why don't you try figuring out it then? I'm still trying to talk to the faculty around here, getting info about some suspicious type in the hallways. Not you, of course. Right. Whatever Yuumi has planned, it's big. like orders of magnitude bigger than we first thought. Orders of magnitude? You think she might play into that for the passcode? Something grand? I don't know how grand you can get in 4 digits, but sure, that's probable. I'll be seeing you around then. Is it literally 9999? Is it 4 times 9? Because if that's one large number. I have to say though, you seem real chill. Thank you. I'll be seeing you around then. Thank you again, reimu. Bye, Yuuka. I like to keep my things down to earth. Not this really. I mean, of course, you're gonna have your streamer moment, your high energy streamer moment. But yeah, in general, I think I like to keep it down to earth. Yeah, the chill guy, you know, like that. that one. I'm a chill. My OC, he's just a chill guy, kind of. God. All right. Well, she was talking to. We have an inventory now or a clue. Yumi is doing something on a different order of magnitude than before. All right. Well, we'll go to the faculty room just now. Miss. We need to make some last-minute adjustments to the exam. Adjustments? To incorporate some recent curriculum changes. It's quite late for those, but even if you wanted to, the exams are automatically printed by Professor Okuzaki's wireless printer. Given she's not here, it's too late to make any changes. What is Yumi planning? Creating a strawberry crisis? Maybe. Maybe a lack of strawberry crisis. Oh no. Could you imagine that? A lack of strawberries from the fields. Destruction. Anarchy. The streets are filled with fire. I can't buy my strawberries. Every year I go to Lidl, buy a pack of strawberries. Now they're not there. But we have pens and blank paper, yes? Yeah, but I'm not sure what you're getting at. We write up the exam by hand. That would take terribly long. Well, we better get started. Shit. Save the game? Yes, please. Game saved. The next day. Getting closer. Return 3. I'm sorry I haven't attended to you as much this past week. I have other seedlings taking up my time. It's kind of cute that she refers to her students as seedlings. I'm sorry. There's just one more thing I have to do after this. I hope you understand. I really hope you'll understand. She's going to fucking murder you, Mami. Yeah, imagine that theme of hers will come in handy. Yo, Reimu. Yeah? Damn, I've been getting way too used to being a student. Did you review Professor Okuzaki's research into the soul? I'm still confused by it. I was hoping you'd understand it better than I did. Oh, you could explain what... Well, could you explain what you know then? To make sure we're on the same page? And so I'll know what on earth you're going on about. Sure. So, the force of a magical attack is its mass measured in the weight of the soul times acceleration. That means we can derive the weight of the soul if we divide the force of magical attack by its acceleration. Now, we need a way to measure the force of a... Take your seats and put away anything that isn't a pen. Oh, you measure it with a ballistic pen. Now. The students back down. They sat back down. Hesitant. Fucking jeez, I'm gonna read that line. The students sat back down. Hesitating, leaving reimu as the exam sheets were passed backwards. Starting the exam in 3, 2, 1. What is the formula for the mass of a magical attack? Oh shit. I have to answer? Shit. No, the mass, so... Acceleration and... Isn't it just A? Yeah, probably just be A, isn't it? I hope I got that right. With what device do you measure the force of a magical attack? Ballistic pendulum. I hope I got that right. Well, flower is well known for turning to face the sun. The sunflower. That's a weird one, but it seems pretty easy, no? What is the language of flowers? The voice of flowers speaking. Hey, wait a minute. Who's gonna pass this exam? You, yes, you, don't deny it. Isn't it obvious? Hey. Did Yuuka change the exam questions? That's really nice of her. If she keeps this up, I'll have to ask Aku to change her profile in Gensokyo Chronicle. Assuming this isn't just a plot of hers. I hope it isn't. Besides, she's more of a brute force type anyway. When I arrived at school, I was greeted by one of the faculty members, nervous. Ah, if it isn't you, there's been a development. I know Professor Okuzaki's back today, right? Yes, and you're giving a presentation this evening. What? I know I didn't want you to be the one to break it to you, but it's school policy. Technically, she wrote it, but still, you have to give a presentation if you substitute for her. That's absurd. You can read the handbook if you want to. They handed me the book and I opened it in front of them. These are chicken scratches. Legally binding chicken scratches. Huh. Well, alright then. Any requirements on what the presentation should have? Other than being about your time here? If there are anything intelligible. That would make things convenient. I decided to use this opportunity to my advantage. To get reimu, Marisa, and Alice in the same meeting at the same time as you and me would only make her defeat all the sweeter. And now we're back here. Did you get all that, Professor Okazaki? I like how her eyes stayed there for a bit. Indeed. Truly a wonderful presentation, Professor Kazami. I still don't understand why you wanted it. It's part of a little lesson I learned from my previous professorship. I found it important to know the opinions of others, especially before they make them known forcefully. But enough of that. I understand that the rest of the school who hadn't had the fortune of knowing her prior to her chance encountering with our school won't recognize that name. This is Yuuka Kazami, a powerful yokai. I think they'd understand at least that much by now after this entire presentation, no? Try and hold your snark for the appetizers, Fräulein. I have comments after all. You did read the handbook, didn't you? Don't answer that. It's just rhetoric. Let's go over your track record then, shall we? You said a lot, including things that never happened. Dreams. Firstly, I don't know anything about a field of flowers. You lie. I'm a woman of my word, Yuuka. It's not something I do. I extend my deepest regrets to you. Truly. Continuing on, you barely even touched my puzzle. Come on, at least put some effort into the game. Now, all that aside, if this were yesteryear, I'd ask you to have a wish you wanted to grant if you win. How about you grant my wish now? It's for you to shut your face and eat a spell card. Why, my dear, it's only if you win. And probability is on the side of rigorous. I'm standing right here, you know. Your school is a madhouse wearing a thin mask, whether from the outside world or Gensokyo. I can't overlook all these humans. Thank you, Reimu. Shall we then? Turn their hearts if you feel the need. Nothing can compare the infinite worlds I can pick and choose. You face a challenge you can't even conceive of. And then I hit her really hard. Classic Yuuka. From the earth you came to the dirt you'll bite. Oh wow, these are unpredictable. Oh god. Oh no, she's nerding off. In the time since, I've gone back to caring for my garden. But I can't help but have some fond memories to look back on from the short time in that school. Dreadful as the circumstances were. But that couldn't have happened. Somewhere, something began again. A new start. Returning, you'll find things not to be the same. Oh shit! Oh. She has your back. Either Reimu, Marisa, or Alice had your back. What, 7 endings? Holy shit! Oh!